Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Ayush. I'm a graduate student at Penn State, and today we are actually going to discuss iPad versus traditional note-taking and which ones is going to come to the top. I recently did this ultimate note-taking and what are the different ways in which you can take notes. Each of the techniques have their own advantage and disadvantages. If you guys have not looked into that video, then I'm going to have it linked up over here. You guys can click it. But today we are going to compare the traditional note-taking with pen and paper versus taking notes with your Apple Pencil on an iPad. Pen and paper has been the go-to note-taking medium for over centuries. If you guys know me, I am more into traditional note-taking with pen and paper rather than iPad, but as always, I am bringing you the best version of both the worlds, and here are some of the advantages of using paper for note-taking. So I'm actually going to take off with a personal attachment, and that is a feeling of familiarity. It is really interesting that many people find the feeling of writing on a paper more natural than writing on an iPad, which brings to my second point is you do not need any kind of batteries to charge. And that's what I think is actually one of the most beautiful part of writing with pen and paper, is that you actually do not have to worry about running out of battery or finding a charging outlet. The third part, and which is one of the most important part, is the upfront cost. The upfront cost for an iPad is pretty huge compared to your pen and paper. And last but not the least, in terms of pen and paper, and this is what I have experienced the most, is there are no distractions with pen and paper. When you compare it with your iPad, there are always social media apps that tend to take your attention, and you eventually end up writing less notes than you are supposed to, and you spend a huge amount of time in social media apps. However, we cannot completely deny that iPad is a very powerful tool for note-taking, and one of the best part that I love about taking notes in an iPad is organization. You cannot compare organizing your notes in an iPad to a traditional pen and paper, because with an iPad you can keep all your notes in one single place. You do not have to worry about losing your pages or your notebook, and you can easily search for your notes by just typing in a keyword. After organization, it brings me to modifying your data. When you compare modifying your data in a traditional pen and paper, you need to scratch it off, but with an iPad, you can easily edit and modify your notes. You can change the font, add images, or even record audio notes, and in this way there is no way on earth that you can miss anything when you are writing. The other thing that I love about iPad is the space it takes. Different subjects have different notebooks and different notes. If you are taking your notes in pen and paper, that means different subject, different notes, different notebooks. That is going to dramatically increase the space, and you are going to have piles and piles of notebooks. But with an iPad, you can store all your notes in one single place, saving you ample amount of spaces in your backpack or in your tables. The fourth part about iPad is actually iPad is going to be cheaper in the long run. It's obvious that iPad are going to be expensive initially with a higher upfront cost, but it is actually going to be cheaper in the long term. You actually do not have to buy new notebooks and new pens every single time once they run out, and you can store all your notes in one single place, which reduces the likelihood of losing them. Last but not the least is the versatility of an iPad. An iPad can do much more than just taking notes. You can also use it for research, emails, reading papers, highlighting papers, downloading papers. You can take it anywhere. It does not take up any spaces, and so much more. Ultimately, the preference between note-taking in an iPad and note-taking with traditional pen and paper comes down to your own personal preference. If you actually prefer writing on a paper and you do not need the additional features of an iPad, then obviously pen and paper is the best option for you. However, if you prefer the convenience and the versatility of an iPad, then iPad is the way to go. Regardless of your choice, the most important thing is to take notes consistently and effectively to help you succeed in your studies. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It is going to help me grow this channel. Till then, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.